out right. Branch inside. Bradshaw, Stabler back. Here comes the rush. He sidesteps. Can he throw? He can't. The ball flipped forward is loose. A wild scramble. 2 seconds on the clock. Casper grabbing the ball. It is all a fumble. Casper is recovered in the end zone. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here. He does.
Welcome to the Lady of the Darkness, a member of the Crow's Nest Podcast Network.
Brought to you by Dan at DC4L Custom Tees. And also, be sure to check out the writings of our amazing Angria tracks at silverandblacktoday.com. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm excited about our show today.
Yeah? Why?
We have football! We don't have any football to talk about yet, but we are only days away.
We can speculate.
We can.
I'm excited, man.
I am too.
Can't wait. I feel like it's been forever.
It has. We've been off for a couple of weeks. I fell down the stairs a couple of weeks ago. So I've been a little bit out of commission. I'm okay. I just had really big bruises. and Jenny was off doing some personal stuff as well. So we had to take, unfortunately, an extra week off. But we're back. And we're back just in time for football. So I'm excited.
Every time I look at the score app, it's like preseason and it's like canceled. I was like, I know. Just take it off your damn site. You know.
I know, but just take it off of there. We don't need to see it.
I'm glad there wasn't preseason, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. It just feels kind of weird, though, you know? Like August is preseason.
I know.
And it snuck up on us. Now we have football coming up, and I have no idea what's going on.
That's why it's exciting.
Yeah.
Because it'll be a surprise.
Surprise! That's what I was thinking. It's like Easter.
Surprise, we suck. Wait, no, that wouldn't be a surprise.
It's a different year.
Surprise, we don't suck.
That would be the surprise. That would be an awesome surprise. Wouldn't it be great?
Yes. It would be amazing.
Well, so what have you been doing with your time off?
Well, Friday I drove up to our cabin. It was fun. We went jet skiing and I took Aaliyah on the jet ski for her first time, and I thought she was going to scream and cry the whole time, but she had like a shitload of fun. And
awesome. Can I just interject for a second? Can you answer me a question about jet skis? Why are they not called motorcycles?
They should be.
They absolutely should be. No, I was just going to say, I think that's the most appropriate, like, fitting name for that damn thing that I've ever heard.
Well, you should rename them, because that's the best name I've ever heard.
All right, let's do a campaign.
Okay.
Can we get a Twitter campaign going?
Yes.
Rename jet skis motorcycles.
We need a petition.
That's right. Petition.
Oh.
Everybody sign.
This guy was trying to do tricks, and he flipped his motorcycle over backwards because he was trying to do a wheelie.
Nice.
Hence the name motorcycle.
That's right. See, it fits. It's perfect.
Yeah, he was being super cocky and it was hilarious. But anywho, spent 4 days there and then came home and I had today off, so I spent all day watching Supernatural.
That's what I've been doing.
No way.
Where are you at? Where'd you?
I restarted the whole series because the final season got cut off halfway through because of COVID. So I wanted to rewatch all of it so I could remember everything that happened, since there's 15 seasons.
Yeah. Now we're doing the second half of the final season.
Yep. So
I've got this fall.
I've got to watch all of it before I get there again. So I think 11 episodes into season 1.
I loved season 1. I started season 1 over about maybe, 2 weeks ago. I'm on season 6.
Nice. I like season 6.
Season 6 I thought was fun. It was my least favorite until the later seasons came out, and then I realized, man, I wish I could go back to season 6. Sam
it goes
didn't have a
downhill
soul.
after season 6.
Yeah, well, I liked season 7 too, and let me explain why. For those of you that don't listen to Supernatural or watch, you probably should watch Supernatural instead of listening to it. If you don't watch it, you should really watch it. When you get to season 7, best monster ever, and his name is Dick.
Yeah.
How do you not love a monster that's, I mean, he was the epitome of his name too. He was fantastic.
Yeah. He was fantastic. He was a fantastic Dick.
He was. And then that led into the greatest, one of the greatest supernatural lines ever. And that was
Look it up.
in the first season, or excuse me, in the first episode of season 8, after this was all done, after they, vanquished the monster and he went away, Dean says, well, I guess standing next to exploding Dick will get your ass sent straight to purgatory. It was you had to be there, I guess. I don't know.
That is the greatest line of all time.
It was awesome.
Did you hear that they gave Jensen Ackles the car
They
after
did.
they finished?
I saw they were, and I don't know what Jared Padalecki took home, but he took something home too.
My mom said when she was reading that article, she cried.
Aw, that's so sweet.
She loves Supernatural as much as I do.
Okay, well, that's why she's your mother.
Yeah,
that's important.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I guess we should probably get through this because, damn, this is going to be a long show.
Yeah, it is.
But don't worry, guys. We got
dinner.
you covered. Make sure you call us or text us. We also have our ladiesofdarkness.com website up.
Yay!
Jenny, hit us with that number.
The number is 802-328-1867. I'm sure you all have it memorized by now, and I'm sure I've said that a few times by now. But in case you haven't, it is 802-328-1867.
And don't worry, we're going to remind you again.
Every show.
That's how we roll. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Team news.
I want better execution. Are we clear on that? I want better fucking execution.
So, the Raiders started the real practices at training camp a couple weeks ago. Those are the padded practices where players actually make some contact with each other. It's hard when you have to be 6 feet. Among some of the players that impressed during training camp were wide receiver Brian Edwards, Sam Young, and Javin White. Never heard that name before.
He was the only linebacker that we drafted, I believe.
Nice.
Is that right? That might be right. I don't know. It's been
I don't
months.
remember anything. My
COVID
brain
wipes out
can't
your
remember
memory
anything.
completely. It's
right?
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't even had it, so.
Yeah,
That's how
I don't
bad
know.
it is.
I don't remember any of April or July. So one of the players having trouble adjusting to the NFL so far has been Lynn Bowden Jr. His field vision has been suspect, and he needs to improve his blocking for the NFL level. This will certainly improve as he acclimates to his new position of running back.
Of running back of the Miami Dolphins.
What?
We traded him.
I know we did.
Which really is disappointing to me, by the way.
Yeah.
I was really looking forward to him, but apparently he just couldn't get it together. The rumors are that he was kind of distracted off the field. He was distracted on the field. He wasn't doing a whole lot to try to better himself. When he wasn't at camp, he wasn't studying the playbook. So when he'd go in, things would not be going well at all. So he didn't know the plays. He was just overall, sounds like he's pretty immature and not ready.
Right.
Not ready for the NFL.
Did you see his tweet?
No, I did not.
A couple days ago, he said, "Don't believe everything you read. LOL. I stepped outside of my home twice. If that, onto a new journey. Let's rock."
Okie dokie.
Yeah. So, I wish him well.
Yeah, sure. Do great in Miami. I hope he gets what he needs there.
Not hard to do.
Not hard to be the top player down there. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Poor Dolphins.
Poor Dolphins.
Yeah. So, The Raiders took the field for the first couple of times at Allegiant Stadium during an inter-team scrimmage and practice in the last couple of weeks.
Woo-hoo.
Yay!
Yay! We have a new home.
Aw. Did you see that you can buy these little, not really plaques, I guess they're plaques, stone plaque thingies, and you can put whatever message you want on them, and they put them at the stadium. And I was like, hey, I'm totally going to do that. And so I was like signing up for it, and I was going to pick which one I wanted. There's different sizes. And they start at $800. And I was like, oh, shit,
Ooh.
never mind.
Well, yeah. Might have to pool up our resources and put one together for the team here.
LOD.
LOD. Boom. We'll take donations if anybody's interested.
Hell yeah. The one I want is over 1,000, but I'm not going to be greedy. I'll take that 800.
Yeah. We'll take what we can get. It's cool.
I think it's 8 by 8 or something.
8 inches by 8 inches.
Yeah. Not 8 feet.
Lord.
8 feet.
That's a tiny little square.
It is.
Gotta find somebody that writes really small.
Although 8 inches never bothered me.
Moving on.
All right.
And now we're into beer.
Beer. I'm drinking beer right now.
Is it Modelo?
It is. Ew. It is War Pig's Foggy Geezer Hazy India Pale Ale. It is delicious if you like hazy IPAs. It's bomb.
I'm not super fan of IPAs, but I've had a couple that haven't been too bad that I could choke down.
I wasn't either, but started liking them a lot, and that's all I drink now.
Cool.
Che would be proud.
Che would be proud. We're going to have to tell him, look at what Jenny's doing. It's not a Bud Light.
Always made fun of me for drinking Bud Light, and now I know why, because where was I? I was somewhere, exactly, and all they had was like Bud Light, Miller Lite. So I got a Bud Light, and I was like, what the fuck? How did I drink this for so long? It was so gross.
I've always been wondering, like, what? You just don't do a lot of beer. Well, apparently you didn't.
Now I do.
A lot of types of beer. Yeah, now you do, and I'm proud of you. Proud of you.
I try new ones all the time. Thank you. Anywho. Modelo is partnering with the Las Vegas Raiders as the team's official cerveza.
Woo-hoo.
Woo! It's better than Coors Light.
Much.
There will be a Modelo Cantina Club overlooking the 50-yard line, as well as a Modelo tailgate zone outside Allegiant Stadium.
Awesome.
Yes. Do you like Modelo, or can you not drink that?
I can't drink Modelo, but it's not bad. It's better than Corona. Back in my beer drinking days when I could drink beer that wasn't gluten-free.
Have you had Lagunitas?
No.
That shit's way better than all that.
Well, if you find a gluten-free version, let me know and I'll try it.
I will.
Awesome.
That's my job. Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi will be the official wine of the Las Vegas Raiders. Never heard of that. Do you drink wine?
I don't mind. Yeah, I like wine. I'm a wine person.
Okay.
I like German wines, though, mostly. I know it sounds weird, but Germans,
interesting.
Man, they got their wines down. They've been doing it for a long time.
I don't really like wine, and I definitely don't like red wine, but I went to my boss's house one time, and as a thank you, I bought him this $100 bottle of red wine.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to invite you to my house.
Anytime. I'll bring you wine.
That sounds good. And
it was the best wine I've ever had in my life. And it made me want to drink wine all the time. But then I remembered, well, it's $100. I'm not going to spend $100 to drink, 6 glasses of wine?
What type of wine was it?
I don't remember. It was red.
What am I going to do with you?
Pretty sure it was from Napa Valley.
I can tell you exactly the right wines to drink depending on what profile it was. Like, was it a Cabernet, a Pinot? Was it a Syrah?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Next time I go to this liquor store that I got it at, I will take a picture of it for you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. But
Alright,
it was
cool.
delicious. And I wish I was rich so I could drink it every day.
Because there are some really good non-expensive options
Yeah, right.
that are very tasty. I promise you.
I'm sensitive to wine too. I get stuffy and it gives me a headache, and
Yeah, red wine can be really nasty like that.
yeah.
I get a little heady sometimes too. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anywho, enough about wine. Tom Flores was named a finalist as the coach nominee for the class of 2021 Pro Football Hall of Fame. This might be the chance for him to be voted into the Hall. He still needs an 80% yes vote from the enshrinement committee next winter. Of note, Drew Pearson was selected as the senior player nominee, and Cliff Branch was once again overlooked.
Of course. I'm not holding my breath. That's all I'm going to say. Everybody knows how I feel about the Hall of Fame. You all know. I think it's bullshit.
Garbage.
And I would be shocked if they actually elect Coach Flores to get in before he dies. I think the only reason that they're going to let him in is because he dies. I hate to say that. Sounds really morbid, but they're shitty. They're terrible people.
That's what they do.
Yep. So screw you guys. Anyways.
It's like musicians who die and then finally sell a shitload of albums.
Right. Exactly. Not appreciated in their own time. Except for by people that actually, paid attention to them. All right. And there have been several more roster changes the past few weeks. Among the notables are, we have activated Max Crosby from the reserve/COVID-19 list. I do have to note that I saw the update today that this was funny. Okay, I'm just going to side note this for just real quick. So a few weeks ago, they said that they redid all of the tests that they had done, and all of them were false. And now they've tested over 2,600 players and 5,700 other personnel, I think it was. There's only one positive COVID test.
Wow.
So we're going in the right direction, apparently. Only 4 months to flatten the curve. All right. Also, we had signed former Lions running back Theo Riddick. And in order to sign him, we had to cut William Stanback. Stanback won the hearts of the nation last month when he returned to practice after the death of his parents at the end of July. We promptly released Theo Riddick, which happened over the last couple of days. Sorry, dude. We also released the potential starting cornerback, Prince Amukamara. And that is really, actually very, I hate to say this, it's really good news because I think that means that our rookies and our existing secondary players are doing their jobs. Also, we placed our starting wide receiver, Tyrell Williams, on season-ending injured reserve. He has likely played his last down as a Raider. We'll see, but
I had to drop him from my fantasy league.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
All right, we sent a 4th-round pick for the 2021 to the Dolphins for linebacker Raekwon McMillan and a 2021 5th-round pick. So we get a 5th round back and we get a linebacker, which is not bad. Yeah. He was a 2nd round draft pick in 2017, and he started 28 of the 29 games he played in the last 2 seasons. So that's not bad. We can always use extra linebackers. We also traded offensive lineman David Sharp, both of his eyes, even the blind one. Sorry. Couldn't help it. And a 2021 7th round draft pick to the Washington football team. That very formal, fancy, outstanding name, Washington football team, for a 2021 6th round pick. We have our first game on Sunday. Tune in at 8 a.m. Alaska Standard Time, which is noon Eastern Standard Time, when we play, who are we playing? The California. Jesus Christ, I am done. Carolina Panthers.
Yes, we are. I have 2 things to talk about that's somewhat related.
Okay.
So we sign up for, the fuck is that called? DirecTV
Sunday Ticket.
Sunday Ticket. we sign up for Sunday Ticket every year, and we have Comcast or Xfinity, whatever, and we have Red Zone, but it sucks. So we sign up for Sunday Ticket, and I've been paying $300 and something this season to use it, and we decided to opt out this year because Mark is a student now, and he can get it for $70 for the whole season.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah. So we click the button that says, do not auto renew.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were going to, sign up again with his stuff. Well, it auto renewed anyway. And it took money out of our bank account that we did not have at the time.
Oh, great.
And Mark spent an hour on the phone with DirecTV trying to get it reversed. And they were like, well, we can't really help you. So you're going to have to call your bank and dispute the charge and blah, 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 blah.
Pardon?
Exactly. He was transferred 4 or 5 times while he was on the phone with them. And we're kind of super pissed, but we need it because the Raiders are never on TV here.
No, you don't. I'll tell you how.
Every time I try and do it your way, it doesn't fucking work.
No, there's another way.
Okay.
I found another way.
Tell me about it later.
Okay.
And I'll trust you. But honestly, I can't really pass up $70 for the season, even though I'm pissed at them. We'll see. I'll talk to you and see.
But yeah.
All right. On to the next thing. We didn't get to talk about my fantasy draft yet because we haven't recorded since then, I think.
Was it a good or the bad?
The fantasy draft?
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was my first year doing an auction draft. So you get like $200 salary cap and, you pay however many and you bid on players and whatnot. I overpaid for a lot of players, but fuck it. I got a good ass team. I got the best team. I believe. I'm a little biased, but I got a lot of Raiders. And then of course I had to drop Williams.
Yeah.
And I got Jason Witten, but I'm totally dropping him because he is only projected like 1 point every week.
Awesome.
I'm going to see how he does, though, before I drop him. He's on my bench right now.
Well,
I paid sorry.
Go ahead.
I paid like $70 some for Josh Jacobs.
Oh, Jesus. Worth it.
For real.
It's going to be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I did. I'm in 2. Well, I'm in a third one now, starting tomorrow, I think. Leagues, and one of them's our Crow's Nest League, and I auto drafted.
Oh,
fucking
boo.
awful! I remember when we did ours a couple years ago, and your friend auto drafted, and he whooped all of our asses, right?
Fucking asshole.
All of us. And I auto drafted, and I'm like, all right, I don't have time to go through because I have other things that I got to do. I don't remember what it was. I had like an appointment or something that I had to go to. So I had a sleep study. That's what it is. I have sleep apnea. Good times. Anyways, so I had that, so I couldn't do my draft. And so I set it for auto draft, and I went back and looked, and I'm like, what the hell is this bullshit? How do what happened? I don't know, but it was terrible.
Did you get anybody good?
I think I got like Travis Kelce, the kid from Buffalo. What's his name? Josh Allen. I think he's my quarterback. I'm not super impressed with any of it. I gotta tell you, I'm not happy.
Dude, how many people are in that league?
Oh gosh, what do we have? Like 10, something like that.
Well, drop him. Look at the waiver wire. Just
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look at some shit. I mean, yeah, Josh Allen. I got Allen Robinson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I guess I did okay.
Not too bad.
That new Edwards-Helaire kid from Chiefs. I just hate taking the Chiefs because I have to fucking actually root for him. Ben Roethlisberger's fat ass is on my bench. Got Justin Tucker for kicker though, so I was happy about that. Nobody to speak of for defense. However, on my other draft, I did fantastic. I'm very happy about it. I did not auto draft that one.
Yeah, if you auto draft, you deserve what you get.
Yeah, I suppose I do.
I mean, you didn't have a choice, but I hate when people auto draft. Those fucking assholes.
I hate them when they do well after their auto draft.
Exactly.
Oh, goodness.
This is actually the first year I didn't pick up a Chief, which is nice.
Oh, good.
I got Lamar Jackson.
Oh, me too.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
I hope he does well this year.
Me too.
I got Josh Jacobs.
I did too.
Mark Ingram. Yes. Julio Jones.
Nice.
Everyone's going to hate me for saying this, but I got Amari Cooper. I think I paid $4 for him.
Oh, good. He's cheap.
Yep. I got Darren Waller.
Me too.
I got Kerryon Johnson.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh, I should change my name to that.
You should.
Fuck. My name is Carmageddon 4.
Nice.
I got the Raiders defense. I got the Cowboys defense. I'm not happy with either of those. Sorry, Raiders. I got...
Who did I get for defense? I got Indy's defense.
Ew.
Yeah. I don't know how
I got Daniel Carlson.
Nice.
I got 3 quarterbacks just because I didn't want anyone else to have quarterbacks. I got Dak Prescott and Derek Carr because I can't let anyone else get Derek Carr, even though I'll never play him. Although he's not projected bad.
No, he's not. He was actually in the top 1/3, I think, on both of mine. So I got him too, and I got Justin Tucker on both my leagues. Whatever, people don't want to pick kickers, that's fine. I'm gonna get the best one in the league because that's always gonna look good. I mean, generally. And the guy that I'm going up against this week has the young ho. Do you remember the young ho?
Yes.
He was funny. Anyways, okay, we should probably get on with it. Let's do our news outside the nation.
To satisfy your passing fancy with the rest of the league, here's the news outside the nation. Whatever.
Several teams canceled practice a couple weekends ago due to COVID-19 testing irregularities. This weekend at one lab, multiple teams had several positive tests returned by a lab in New Jersey. I'm sure you've all heard of this already.
This is what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, exactly. Until now, the NFL had well over 100,000 tests performed with a positive rate of a fraction of 1% and dropping. A total of 77 tests for 11 teams were returned positive. All people with the positive test were retested and all returned with negative results. The original samples were also retested and also came back negative.
Huh. Strange.
Conspiracy alert.
Makes you think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
The Washington head coach, Ron Rivera.
The Washington football.
The Washington football team. Head coach. I can't.
I'm never going to stop laughing at that.
He was diagnosed with squamous cell cancer. It is considered to be in an early stage and is treatable. He will continue coaching and will be backed up by former Raiders coach Jack Del Rio should he need to leave the team temporarily. We wish him luck in his recovery. Veteran safety Earl Thomas was released by the Ravens for conduct detrimental to the team. The last straw was that he had gotten into a fight at practice and punched teammate Chuck Clark. The Ravens have given him a $20 million signing bonus less than 18 months ago.
Oops.
Wah, wah.
The Vikings acquired edge rusher Yannick Ngakoue in a trade with the Jaguars. That was the guy that everybody thought we should go ahead and get. I think we're all right. I wouldn't have mind having him, but... Jaguars defensive end Josh Morrow has been suspended 5 games for violating NFL PED policy. He played his last year for the Raiders, if you'll remember correctly, although he was quite forgettable. The Jaguars have waived Leonard Fournette after 3 seasons. He signed with the Bucs, and now Bucs fans think that they are invincible. Just wanted to point that out. Chargers safety. Okay, this one makes me laugh, and not because he's injured again, but because people still bitch about, why didn't we pick Derwin James? Well, he'll miss the entire season with a meniscus injury. So really, did we pick badly, or did we just not pick that guy? Because it seems to me like the Chargers didn't pick Derwin James either. Anyways, rant over. The Chargers curse continues. In other news, a few notable changes. Jadeveon Clowney finally found himself a home at Tennessee. Adrian Peterson was cut from the Washington football team and was picked up by the Detroit Lions. And Josh Rosen was finally released after much ado about nothing in Miami and signed also with Tampa.
Who did the Cardinals just get?
Oh, the Cardinals just extended, or they signed DeAndre Hopkins to his nice big fancy contract, which good for him. I love DeAndre Hopkins. Mr. D-Hop can always get some love from me. All right, let's do the Heidi game.
It's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Amen, it's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Amen, it's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Amen, it's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Amen. Amen.
And now it's time for a brand new edition of the Heidi game.
Hello there, ladies. How are you doing?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. The animals have kept me busy all day,
Of
but
course.
we survived.
Good.
Just finished recording with the boys for the Only Nation podcast.
Awesome. Make
So
sure you guys check that out.
Yeah, so we will be publishing Only Nation pod and Ladies of Darkness within the next couple of days.
Yay. So what do you got for us
Yes.
today, Heidi?
What I got for you today, I wanted to talk about a guy who, back when I decided to talk about him, people weren't talking about him, but now they are again.
Of course. You're always ahead of the curve, Heidi.
Yeah, just like they did with Malik Collins. But I wanted to talk about Damon Arnett. He came into camp and really, really impressed. He's a 2020 first-round draft pick, 19th overall. And he is actually the pick that we received for Khalil Mack.
Okay.
So every time you see Damon Arnett, know that that's Khalil Mack, just in a smaller body.
Interesting comparison.
He's out of Ohio State, 6 foot, 195 pounds, just a good size for a cornerback. Out of St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And he is a cornerback that had a 4.58 40.
Wow.
Yeah, so he spent his life growing up in a very athletically gifted environment. His father, Damon Sr., he played pro basketball overseas for 8 years. And it was when he was training that Damon Sr. met a athlete that ended up being a huge influence on Junior's life. And that was when he was working out, he met Chris Carter.
Oh, very nice. Wide
Yes.
receiver from the Vikings, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
The Chris Carter.
The Chris Carter.
Yeah.
Jack likes him
And
too.
well, he's got good taste. The reason that's important is because after Arnett's junior year at Ohio State, he decided, screw this. I'm not having fun. Our defense sucked this year. I'm going to turn pro. And the chances of him getting drafted, it would have been in the late rounds or possibly not at all. Chris Carter found out about this, had a little conversation with him, and basically told him, you're not ready. You need to go, you need to go back, work on your craft, and actually enjoy it and get good enough to be drafted. And Arnett actually, he had decided after, I think they were in the Rose Bowl, after the Rose Bowl game, he had decided that he was leaving Ohio State and he was going to go to Texas and train for the combine in the NFL draft. It was when he went back to Ohio State to pick up some belongings and his dog that he went to talk to some of the players just to say goodbye. And it was during that time he met the new Ohio State defensive backs coach. When he did that, he took Chris Carter's words to heart that he's not ready. And on that visit, he changed his mind and decided to come back.
Good.
And it ended up paying off pretty good for him.
Yeah.
As a senior, he was named second team All Big Ten. He had 35 tackles, 1 for a loss, 8 passes defended, and an interception returned 97 yards for a touchdown. And he did this all with a broken wrist.
Wow. That's dedication, and that's Raider right there.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not too worried about his broken thumb or fractured thumb.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's worked out really good for us. He was drafted in the 19th slot. A lot of people wondered, why the heck are we drafting him that high? I think that it might actually turn out to be okay that we drafted him that high. We didn't have any more picks until, what was it? Pick number 80, 81.
Yeah, we didn't have a second round pick, so.
Yeah, so we would have lost our chance at him. And in all honesty, he was probably the second best cornerback to come out into the draft.
Well, that's one thing that people really criticize Gruden and Mayock about is where they draft people. And you know what? The bottom line is you got to draft them when you can get them. You can't wait until you think where they're projected or where you think it's fair to draft them. If you don't have any other picks, you draft the guy you want.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, I've liked all of the film I've seen of him. I thought he was pretty impressive. I thought he was a damn good first round pick that we picked, that we picked up. The Khalil pick, I guess. But yeah, he's going to be compared to Khalil Mack the entire time.
Yeah. And it was a disservice to him, but it was also a good thing that he was across from Jeff Okudah. Okudah was the top cornerback to come out. But because he was the top cornerback, that means Arnett ended up with the best receivers coming up against him. And he definitely held his own. Mm-hmm. And he showed that he looked like he would be ready for the NFL. Came into training camp, really impressed coaches. That's why we got rid of
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was kind of hand in hand right there.
Yes. So, it didn't upset me at all to lose Prince.
Now, as long as we've got coverage, I mean, a few years ago, I would have been real excited to have the Prince, but the last couple seasons, I haven't been real impressed. He hasn't really gone out of his way to be, impactful in a game. So, sure, it would have been a great depth pick, and he's experienced and stuff, but I got to trust that what we've got on our team now is the best that we had to offer.
When the Prince Akamora signing was announced, I kind of greeted it with the same enthusiasm as I did Eli Apple.
Yeah.
Where it was like a couple years ago, might have been a little bit more exciting.
Right, exactly. But this would be his Apple's third team in 3 years, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So not a good option for us. But yeah, Prince Amukamara has been on he started on, was it the Jags?
I can't even keep track of
I
him.
think it was the Jags, and he went to Chicago, I think, and I don't know. He's made his rounds for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And those are guys I don't particularly care to have on the team either, but we got to have depth, and it's good to have experience. And I think we're getting some of that for sure.
Yeah, and I think that it's a testimony to Arnett's preparedness and ability that they were willing to cut Prince loose because, that was a leap of faith. So it was a leap of faith by the Raiders, but I think it's a leap that might end up paying off.
Well, fingers crossed. It sounds to me like he really did want to make his NFL career work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when you take the words of wisdom from Chris Carter and actually listen to what he says and follow and make life decisions based on that advice, it shows that he has a good head on his shoulders as well.
Definitely. That's definitely what we need. Yeah, Jack. That's certainly what we need, especially behind that front seven. And I mean, obviously our secondary has been a nightmare for several years, and I'm looking forward to it this year. I'm really excited. Jonathan Abram's going to be back, and we've got Damon Arnett on there, and we've got Trayvon Mullen, right? Trayvon Mullen, yeah.
Yep.
We've got some real exciting guys back there finally.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm really wary about is LaMarcus Joyner. He's not a slot corner, slot safety. He needs to be a safety. his most successful year with the Rams, Wade Phillips, a defensive mastermind, discovered, he should be playing safety.
Right.
And when he played, he did fantastic.
Yeah. And that's, maybe something, hopefully we'll see that. And, maybe he'll just come in as a money back and drop into safety much more often. That's the hope, I guess. So.
Yeah, but I don't have my hopes pinned too high on him.
No, I don't blame you. It's totally understandable not to.
Yeah, and I think there was still like an $11 million cap hit on him this year, which basically guaranteed that he would make the roster.
Mm-hmm.
But if we could have cut him loose, I wouldn't have been surprised if he didn't make it.
Yeah. Last year wasn't an impressive year, but it really wasn't an impressive year for any of our players, really.
Yeah. Well, Paulie G in his ultimate wisdom said, what does Wade Phillips know about defense? I think you should be a slot corner.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
All right, Heidi. Well, thank you, as always, for the Heidi game. We have a great game every week.
Yes. And hopefully, I am looking forward to Sunday.
Yay.
It's going to be a real adjustment. It's going to be a real adjustment for me to have to get up super early to watch a Raiders game.
Yeah.
It's on at 9 here, I think.
8.
8?
I think it's 8. Isn't it on at 9 Pacific?
No, it's usually 10 Pacific.
Well, then 9. Sorry. I keep thinking, well, I get up I start watching the games at 8 because I like the pregame stuff. So, yeah.
You do not. There has been so many times where I try to wake you up before the games and you are sound asleep.
Before the Raiders games or before just general games?
Before Raiders
games. Oh,
games.
Bullshit. You're lying through your teeth.
I can go through the chat logs, several hundred pages worth, and find something.
Exactly. It's like thousands of pages. Well, good luck. I challenge you to do that.
Yeah. I might get bored enough that I do that.
All right.
But anyways, that's my thoughts on Arnett and a little bit on our defense. And looking forward to seeing what we put together this week.
Me too. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.
And now it's time for the Silver and Black Throwback.
CMPM presents the Ladies of Darkness podcast. It's time to go back to the good old days. Hit that silver and black throwback. Chill. You're listening to a Crow's Nest Podcast Network production. Raider Nation. All Raiders. All the time. Tune in wherever podcasts are found.
So, the summer of 1960, the Raiders' first training camp was held at Santa Cruz High School in Santa Cruz, California. 86 players were quickly cut down to 69 players after 3 days. I'm 4, leave me alone. 43
like when you
players.
laughed. Okay, hold on. It's like when you laughed when I was talking about the guy's new show, Cover 3 Deep. Like, dude, it's not even funny. It's an actual play, dude. Calm down. What the hell?
Oh my gosh, shut up.
But you're 4, so
I am.
what am I gonna do
when
with
I was with my family this weekend, I played Cards Against Humanity, and everybody hated me because I laughed like a child at every fucking card.
That's my girl.
I'm super winter.
Moving on.
All right. Cut to 43 players on August 23rd and 33 on September 6th. 5 days ahead of the season opener, quarterback Tom Flores and center Jim Otto started their Raiders careers that year. Tom Flores earned $50 per preseason game and $350 per game in the regular season. Jim Otto earned $8,000 that season with a $1,000 bonus. The Raiders finished their inaugural season with a 6-8 record, and it all started in Santa Cruz.
God, the days when people weren't money hungry and they actually just loved the game.
Right?
And right now, it's time for the Lady Killer.
Who's that lady killer?
Except, we're going to bring you a special installment of the Titan Thirst List later this week. Stay tuned for that. So now let's go into Seriously, Bro.
You know, we all have our moments. Some of them earn a place on our wall of shame. Seriously, bro?
Cliff Branch has again been passed over for election to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You know where I'm going with this. Seriously, bro?
Seriously, bro.
His NFL career included 3 winning Super Bowls, being voted into 4 Pro Bowls, which actually meant something back then. First team All-Pro honors 3 times. He led the league in receiving yards in 1974 and being the league's receiving touchdown leader twice. If that's not
Seriously,
enough,
bro.
Seriously, bro. He is one of the record holders for the longest reception TD of 99 yards. He was the only Raiders wide receiver to play on all 3 winning Super Bowl teams. Let me say that again. He was the only Raiders wide receiver to play on all 3 Super Bowl teams. He finished his NFL career with 501 receptions for 8,685 yards and 67 touchdowns. In 20 playoff contests, he compiled 73 receptions for 1,269 yards. 1,269 yards, which is an average of 17.7 yards per catch and 5 touchdowns.
No one plays like that anymore.
Nobody does. Seriously, bro. When he retired, he held the NFL career playoff records for receptions and receiving yards, which both stood until Jerry Rice. That should say something. He's in good company. Seriously, bro.
Seriously, bro.
The popular term of speed kills was often used when referencing Cliff Branch, since he was so fast, making him difficult to defend. He was almost impossible to defend. You know why? Speed kills. And he was the man. Seriously, bro, I cannot do this with the Hall of Fame anymore. I can't do it. I just can't.
I don't know why they hate us so much.
Seriously, bro. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss. This is such bullshit. This man was revolutionary. Not only was he a fantastic receiver, he was a great blocker. He was a good lead runner. This guy did everything for his team. If he's not the epitome of what you should put in the Hall of Fame to represent professional football, you guys are off base and you have no idea how to find your ass with both hands. That's all I have to say. Seriously, bro, I am done with the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
All right.
Do you know how many players we have in the Hall of Fame?
24, something like that.
26.
26. I was close.
Yes. And I feel like that is...
It's pretty low.
The least? I'd have to look at that.
It's one of the lower ones from from teams that have been around since, the 60s.
Right. Since the 60s.
I don't know the exact number, but
I'm going to look that up.
You look that up.
We can bitch about it next week.
Yep, we certainly can. Because right now it's time to wrap this shit up.
Show is.
Show enough.
Well, thanks for joining us on Ladies of Darkness, a Crow's Nest Podcast Network production. If you're interested in donating some money to keep the ladies in the dark, please do so. Our PayPal link will be up on our social media accounts. If you want to give us some money to put one of those plaques at Allegiant Stadium, that would be amazing.
That would be awesome. We could probably put initials and stuff on there for anybody who donated too.
Of course we would.
Awesome. And coming soon, more of us, of course, because we're amazing. So make sure you subscribe to us in your favorite podcast app to get all of our shows. You'll get fancy little notifications. I get some on my shows because it's awesome. Because we like ourselves. So I'm just kidding anyways. Please also give us a call. Again, we love to hear you. You can also text us, whatever it works. 802-328-1867. Check out our website. Go to ladiesofdarkness.com. And we will be announcing a brand new contest on our tight end thirst list special edition this week. So stay tuned.
Yay.
And after we announce it, we will go ahead and put it up on our social media. But we're going to have something special in the episode, so make sure you listen. Otherwise, you're going to miss it.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. All right, Jenny.
Enjoy football this week, and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.